I spent 21 hours on a transit in Beijing. If you have a transit coming up in Beijing and you're planning to leave the airport for a short period of time and wondering where to stay, what to do, and hear about my mistakes, then this video is definitely for you. Hello and welcome back to another Travel 101 experience. Before we get started, we would love to know where you're watching from. Let us know in the comments below. Recently I flew from Paris to Beijing on the way to Australia. During this flight path, I had a 21-hour layover in Beijing. So I decided to apply for the transit visa and spend some time resting and recovering at a hotel while exploring a little bit of Beijing. Not all countries are required to apply for a transit visa, but if you do, simply follow the signs to the temporary entry permit application area and fill in a quick form to get it approved. A little tip, bring a pen with you so you're not scrambling for one when you arrive. Once the visa was approved, we headed through immigration and we were ready to leave the airport. We had a hotel booked because we wanted to refresh but didn't book an airport transfer. But knowing what we know now, we definitely would have. So basically, we headed to the taxi area and realised when we got there you needed to pay in cash. We didn't have any, so we had to head to an ATM to withdraw some money. Then the attendant helped us get a taxi. We showed them the address, which was in English and in Chinese. The taxi driver took us to Beijing, however, they dropped us off at a different hotel. And we didn't realise until we went to check in. To make matters more confusing, the hotel staff weren't able to assist us. And we realised Google Maps didn't have the right address for the hotel we were actually staying at. So here's my tip, Apple Maps works better in China. And in the future I will be pre-booking an airport transfer to avoid this stress. I will link an airport transfer I recommend in the description for you to check out. Once we're at our hotel, we checked in and decided to take a nap before exploring. The room was very spacious and had everything we needed for our 21-hour layover. Then it was time to explore. We decided to stay right near Wangfujing Street, which is where I would recommend you stay if you're in Beijing for a very short time. This area has all the traditional streets along with modern amenities as well. First stop definitely had to be some coffee, and we found a great little coffee shop. I was actually quite surprised how modern it was, and I can confirm the coffee was really good. We walked through the streets a bit and we found these unique billboard displays. Then we browsed through some malls. By this stage, we were definitely ready for some lunch. It was quite easy to order using Google Translate to translate the menus. And I can confirm this food was amazing. After lunch, we thought we'd visit the Forbidden City, which is also right near Wangfujing Street. Unfortunately, we didn't realise we needed ID and ours was back at the hotel. So my next tip is to pre-book tickets and don't forget your ID. We visited the Forbidden City a few years ago and definitely recommend doing this. I will link below a place where you can pre-book your tickets with skip the line access. After some time exploring the streets, it was time for dinner, and we found another great restaurant in a mall. This menu had English and Chinese. It was really easy to order, and again, the food was delicious. We had been so impressed with all the food, we had to have another quick meal before we needed to go to the airport, and we found this indoor food market. So we decided to have dessert and started with a gelato, which was okay, not quite like the Italian gelatos, and one of these glazed fruit sticks. And this was actually so delicious. Then it was a short walk back to our hotel, with just enough time to refresh before heading to the airport. We hope you enjoyed watching our experience transiting in Beijing and found our tips helpful. I will link below tickets to the Forbidden City, airport transfer, and the hotel we stayed at as well. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with all our Travel 101 experiences. Thank you so much for watching, and we really look forward to seeing you in our next video.